Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over a little bit of information about Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. So apparently there was an email that went out yesterday, and I didn't actually get the email, which I found it really weird, being that I've been signed up for their updates for the better half of 2 years or so. And I started seeing this email floating around the internet, and I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, is this even legit? I didn't get it. I kept checking my email, nothing. So apparently it was one that John Brown sent out. And so we're going to go over that, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on that, and we'll take a look at the chart and see what it's telling us. Alright guys, so borrowing this off of someone from StockTwit, so appreciate you posting that. This is from 9/12/2023. It says, to Zion's family, friends and family, subject prayer requests. On 9/10/23, God sent me to Gateway Church to pray specifically at the altar with a church prayer partner named Eddie Miles to pray with me for a minimum of $10 million so that we can hopefully finish our MJ01 well in Israel in the fourth quarter. And it go ahead and quotes Luke 11 verses 9 through 10. If successful, then we will rejoice together after we discover the oil of Israel. I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I shewed them. I did then suddenly, and then came to pass. This here, okay, this right here is pretty unbelievable. Well, let me say that, not unbelievable. It actually is pretty believable at this point, but I was just like, are you freaking serious? I've been emailing them with them the past couple of days. I sent them an email last week and basically letting them know kind of how ridiculous it was that they've gone silent again, and then waited a couple of days, no response. So I sent them another one, and then messaged them online, still nothing. So I sent them another one and copied my original email saying, hey, like, I sent this, you never responded, like what in the world's going on? So they finally responded with the shortest response, just like, oh hey, thanks, we got your email, we'll make sure and pass this along. That was the response. They didn't respond to the paragraph long email I sent them concerning basically the concern amongst people who are actually invested in the company, and they were just like, oh, okay, cool, we'll pass it along. So if this email is actually legit, and you can chime in on the comments and let me know if you did indeed get this, or if this is just something floating around the internet. Like I said, I didn't get it, so I'm not sure if maybe there's something happened to where they skipped me or whatever, or other people. But I know sometimes other people don't get them as well. Like whenever we do do a video and an email, sometimes other people don't get it because they're sending out a mass email or whatnot. But so let me know for sure in the comments, like, hey, this was a legit email, I got it. If this is the case, I mean, it's kind of like, hey, tell me you're broke without telling me you're broke. that's kind of what the email is saying here. Like I'm out here begging you, like, hey, I need $10 million to go to go do this, and we've been asking for money for how long, and hey, we need $10 more million. Guys, this reminds me, if you've not seen the show, let's see, I'm trying to think of the name of it. I think it's on the Peacock app. It's The Mysteries of Oak Island, where these people go and they search for this buried treasure, and they just keep pumping millions and millions of dollars in, and they'll go tear up this island, and then they find an old piece of pottery, and they make a big deal out of it, and they're like, all right, we made some progress, and then we're going to wait for a whole year to come back. When I watched that show, I couldn't watch it. I was so mad because it reminded me of this. This is just kind of crazy. So if this is the update that you've all been waiting for, then that's pretty crappy. We're going to see the price kind of slip down, in my opinion, even further than what we are now. So in regards to the price, let's take a look at the charts, and let's see what they're telling us on old Zion Oil and Gas. Alright guys, taking a look at Zonolog gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. The absolute floor currently for Zion is 5 cents. However, we are pretty much there at the moment, so it doesn't mean we cannot go lower, because we're not undervalued at the moment. So we're pretty close to it, but we're not quite there. We're a little bit above it. So currently our first level of resistance is 7 cents, and then past that point you're looking at 8 1/4. So 0.0875, and then 11 cents, and then 12 and a half, and all the way up to 15. So I think if we can get to roughly around here, like closer to 9 cents, which doesn't sound like a whole lot as far as price wise, but percentage wise, and if you think about it, that's almost from where it's at, it's almost 100% gain. So that's a pretty big jump from where it's at. However, I mean, it could definitely happen. And typically it'll do that. It'll get down to a certain point and pop up. As you see here, we got down to 5 and some change, and then we shot up to about 10 cents for some reason. Then we came down here to 5. We popped back up to 7.5, and then eventually back almost to 10. I think it was about 9 cents, and now we're at 5 again. So right here's the level to keep an eye on, because if we break below that, then that would be really interesting to see how low we're going to go. And if we pop above that, and then we break above for some reason 7 cents, can we hold there? Or are we going to hold there for no reason in anticipation on them coming out with news? I mean, that's kind of the weird thing about this stock is it can move off of speculation, but they have to have some type of speculation to make it move. As we've seen in the past, we have to have something to basically drive that price action. So for them, they have to come out with some type of statement, some type of update or press release about the license, and obviously they have not gotten that yet because they haven't released it yet. So that's the crazy part about this is it's been quite some time before since they've really come out with any type of factual news on their progress. So the good news is, in my opinion, we are close to undervalued. The MACD indicator has been bearish for quite some time, and we are kind of close to crossing over. And again, these indicators here, what I'm keeping my eye on, or the golden cross indicators. If this blue line can get above this pink line here, and I think that does that when we get to about 7.5 to 8 cents, that should give you some type of signal of, if you see here, the golden cross breakout. And typically after that happens, you see a spike in price, as you saw it here. Golden cross breakout, and then it popped up, golden cross breakout, and it got all the way to about 12 cents. And then when you see it, they kind of give you another kind of a warning of, hey, it's about to fall lower. Is whenever this comes out and it's red instead of blue, it's telling you that you could potentially see some movement to the downside. And although you see some movement to the downside, you see your occasional spikes in price. So I'm looking for that to come up, and then if that happens, I'll let you guys know, because that'll mean potentially you can see some spikes in price. But I think that we're going to need to see some type of update again, from the company coming out, not just saying that, hey, I need more, give me $10 million. It sounds like someone commented, I think it was on Facebook, it says, it says, I think, John Brown and Robert Dunn need more beer money. So they're coming to ask for more money. So anyway, I really do hope that something positive comes from this, guys. I really do. It's just at this point, and forgive me, for those of you who are, still in and wanted a really factual update, I just don't have one. And I'm just kind of trying to laugh it off at this point, because it is kind of getting really silly. So anyway, so let me know your comments below, guys. Other than that, we will catch you in the next one.